Hey everybody, I'm Lauren Khalil with The Bottom Line, and today we have a special edition talking all about what we're grateful for Thanksgiving, CrossFit style. On the show, we have CrossFit Games athlete Kari Pearce, Patrick Clark, and Tommy Marquez. How's it going, everyone?
I'm doing great. How's everyone else?
Ask Tommy. Ask Tommy. Ask that guy.
He doesn't look too good right now.
Well, I've been in the car for quite some time, and I don't think I've committed any sort of accident yet, so I think I'm doing all right.
As long as you get to your destination safely, then we're good. So let's talk about, it's been a crazy year, and Kari, even with you just recently retiring, a new format with the games again. Let's go around the horn and talk about what we're all grateful for in the CrossFit community. Kari, we'll start with you.
I'm first of all just grateful for the sport of CrossFit. I did many other sports before I found it, and it's just something different from anything else. And like you said, there's an amazing community that comes with the sport. I've traveled internationally. I did a tour in Germany, and I've been to France and Ireland and Australia. And just something different about the CrossFit community than any other community is I felt at home when I traveled. So I think that's just something that I'm very thankful for with the CrossFit community.
Patrick, let's go to you.
I'm sorry. I was just like, I agree with everything Carrie said, but I'm not at that level of athlete that she is. I mean, yeah. But I think I'm more thankful for I'm thankful for the people I've met this past year in the CrossFit space, like people like Carrie. I've gotten to know Carrie. I mean, she had me over at her house when we talked about her amazing performance, and then I've been to Vegas quite a few times and got to hang out with her and the whole Underdogs family. I've kind of been adopted them as my CrossFit family, and they've been always great to me. And then just the other people I've met throughout the my tours, whether it be hanging in Hawaii with the Buttery Bros and Tommy, meeting Tommy's fiance. Tiffany is an amazing person. Just everything. I mean, just the community itself and the CrossFit Games community, whether it be the athletes, the agents, the sponsors, they're just great people. And I'm sure there's some bad ones out there, but I've been grateful and I'm thankful I haven't met any of them. And if I do, I'll just stay away from them.
Tommy, what about you?
Earning me some brownie points with the showing some love for the fiance. So thank you for that, Patrick. I'll kind of piggyback off of some of what they said. I'm really grateful in general for the fortitude of the community and their ability to kind of press forward underneath what have been less than ideal circumstances. A lot of the things that we talk about, whether it's the sport and being able to hold events, whether it's the gyms and being able to travel and feel right at home with these little pockets of communities that, all believe in the same benefits of health and fitness. All of those things have been, largely under attack with, this global pandemic that we've been dealing with. And it's taken a great deal of fortitude to be able to stay the course and continue to press forward and continue to make sure that when all of this clears up, we still have a community and a sport and gyms to go to when this is all over. So I think the spirit and fortitude that everyone has shown is something I'm certainly grateful for, and I think it's one of the reasons why we're all able to kind of sit down right now and talk about it.
Do any of you have one moment, one maybe big highlight from the entire year that you think of, wow, I'm so blessed that happened? We'll go in order again, starting with Kari.
Well, actually, I'm glad that you came back to me for this because actually, as like Patrick and Tommy were both talking, it made me think that I'm so thankful and grateful that CrossFit hosted a games in 2020. We didn't think that was going to happen. And especially just being an athlete and training so hard through quarantine and not knowing what was going to happen. And CrossFit pushed through and ended up having, stage one was in person or online, and then stage two is in person. So I'm just super thankful that I got that opportunity. And I think it was big for even the fans and everything. Like I remember friends and family all being like, it was just so cool to get to watch you, even though it wasn't in person, it was online. And it felt like we were still a community, even though we weren't directly there, like watching you, like we had wished we could have. It was amazing that CrossFit made this happen for the community. And I think that's just something else that makes CrossFit so special.
For me, it's not. There's so many events out there, but the thing that stands out that I'm thankful that I even got to witness was actually Justin Medeiros. We kind of went into this year with who was going to take over the throne after Matt retired, and there's a lot of question marks. And I mean, I was a critic of Justin, and
You
and as
still
we
are
all know,
making up for it.
I still am. But no, it's just watching him in action and watching him and Pat go back and forth and just, and then seeing that again and just seeing him, just, he was a better athlete, I thought, than he was at the games. Now, granted, it was a different test, but at Rogue Invitational, he looked stronger and he looked like a different athlete than he was from the games. Now, maybe that had to do something to do with programming, but it was just, I think, I got criticized a lot. I think Morning Taco got criticized by kind of announcing him as the Medeiros era starting, and he'd only won one games. But after seeing what he did at the games and then seeing what he did at Rogue, I think unless Pat or someone else comes up, they step up. I think Medeiros is going to be around for a while, and he's probably going to dominate that men's division. I mean, but that's something that I'm thankful that I got to witness.
Yeah. The dogs too, I guess.
Yeah. Big
They're like,
mullet
yeah,
fan.
we agree.
Big mullet fan.
They are. Tommy, what about you?
There's this year in particular have been quite a few like really important moments that stood out. But if I go back to kind of like what was one of the big like jumping off points, I think about there was a moment when Sean Woodland and myself walked into the arena, the Thompson Bowling Arena, at the Mid-Atlantic CrossFit Challenge this year for the first time. It was the day before the event. Athletes were checking in and getting a tour. It was our first time like getting to our spots and like seeing the floor being built. And it was the first time since basically Wadapalooza that I had been to a live, like I had been to a live in-person competition or had been able to work in person like that. And there's always this moment where, over the years and as things change and we change, I always am nervous about like that pre-game kind of feel. Anyone who's played sports can relate to that moment of like nerves and the magic's there. And we show up at the University of Tennessee, and we step onto the floor, and I see the decal and the floor lanes, and I see the rig, and I see all the athletes moving through orientation. And I looked at Sean, and like the hair on the back of my neck stood back up, and it was just like, oh yeah, that magic's still there. We're still here. The sport's still here, and like we're kind of back a little bit in some ways. Like everybody's getting back to like what we like to do most and what like fills our cup up. And it was like that moment that I felt confident again about the rest of the season and everything that folded on behind it. And that was really kind of like that one moment that led to it. And that, like, just talking about it, like, makes the hair on my neck stand back up again.
Yeah, just thinking of everything that the world and the athletes and the spectators and the media have all been through trying to make all of that happen, and then really seeing it come together was incredible. Kari, this year, obviously not competing, what is it going to be like for you seeing all of it play out as, the world opens up more and hopefully we see more competitions in person versus virtually? How is that going to be from a different standpoint?
Yeah, so I am actually going to be attending Wadapalooza. And so I still
Yay.
plan on attending. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. So I still plan on attending the different events, except, not being on the competition floor and just getting to watch and spectate and actually like get to talk with all the fans. And I'm really excited about that, especially Wadapalooza. I feel like this year, is going to be bigger than any other year, it seems like, because not having it last year, then it's also the 10th competition. So it looks like that's going to be a big event. And I think everything is just going to continue to grow as it had in the past. Just the athletes are, going to continue to step up their game like it's cool. seeing all the younger athletes get out there and get after it too. So I think like, not just like for the spectators, it's going to be awesome, but for the competitors too, the level of competition just keeps going up and up.
Making that transition from professional athlete to entrepreneur with Power Apps, how's everything been going? What are some of the cool things that you've been able to do now that you've put more focus onto that?
I feel that I've just been able to spend more time and put more focus into the business. One thing that we pride ourselves on is an amazing Facebook group. We have almost 75,000 people in there right now. And before, like I would engage some with them, but we had moderators in charge of the group that would answer a lot of the questions. If there was anything they couldn't answer, they would come to me. But now I've been able to just engage a lot more with the members of Power Abs and just see what an amazing community we formed. And we just released apparel, so there's a lot of new and exciting things coming that we've been able to work more on, especially since I do have more time and energy since I'm not training, like 4 to 6 hours a day. I feel like I actually have like twice as much time in my day and a lot more energy. So it's just been really cool, kind of changing pace. I still work out, and I work out pretty like decently hard, but it's been nice just focusing more on the business and learning things as far as that goes too.
Are there
Hey,
any
Kari,
things that
you
we
mentioned,
can? No, go
Kari, you
ahead, Patrick.
mentioned merchandise. Are any of them like T-shirts with abs like painted on that I can have? I think that would be a cool shirt. I mean,
Right?
power abs and and then like abs, and I'd wear it.
You should be
I'd
a
rock it,
cardboard
Yeah.
cutout model for that.
especially
There we go.
down at Wadapalooza. I'll rock that shirt.
Okay, I'm gonna have to tell my team because actually right now we just have sports bras and leggings.
You can rock
So
that
we're
too,
gonna have to
Patrick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see.
Okay, we got that.
I think that that's a good
Love it.
marketing decision to have, Patrick sporting the six pack on the t-shirt. Any other ideas down the pipeline for this year, Kari? Or for 2022, really?
Yeah. So far that's about it. And we just released Fit, which is more of a high intensity program. And so people are loving that. So I have a feeling, that's going to continue to grow, and obviously other Power Apps programs and stuff in the pipeline, just continuing to affect as many people as we can. Right now we're at nearly 200,000 people around the world doing power programs. So my goal is to just continue to make that grow. I'm excited and amazed at the community we've been able to form, and growth is always the intended goal.
Did you ever think that your company would launch off the way that it has?
No, and I was joking with someone the other day because I was like, it started off as just like a small project, like people complimented my abs, and I was like, okay, yeah, like I should come out with an abs program. And then it kind of like it slowly started to grow and get bigger and bigger. And I mean, it started in December 2018, and it's been incredible just to see how many people have done the program, got results from the program physically, but also just like reducing lower back pain or performance or confidence. A lot of other things have come with the program that are, I don't know, maybe more important than having that six-pack abs. Obviously, that's a good confidence booster too, but like hearing it alleviate lower back pain or just help someone make healthier choices in their life, like started with this 10-minute power ab program, and now they're eating healthier and they're going on walks. I feel like nothing matches that.
So how many sessions of the 10-minute power abs do you think that me, Tommy, and Patrick have to do on Thanksgiving to make up for all of the pie and the stuffing and the cranberry sauce that we're gonna eat?
All right. Maybe like between, like you get up, you should do power abs, and you have your, like your main meal, then do some power abs. You'll have your dessert, do a little bit of power abs. And I'm going to do a Black Friday live power abs because like everybody else, people are going to be eating a lot on Thanksgiving. So I was like, oh, it'll be fun to do like some power abs after everyone's eaten all that food, and, at least make you feel a little better about it.
Are there going to be any Are there going to be any candlesticks programmed on Friday? Because
there is not, but maybe we're just going to.
Exactly.
No, there's just because there is like, Is there a limitation or what?
Well, I can barely do it now, but now imagine after Thanksgiving.
Right.
You do not want to see
It's like,
this specimen upside down. Just saying.
yeah. I was like, probably like, yeah, no, there's not burpees or anything either. I probably should have thrown burpees in there, but I did not. I was nice.
Oh.
Because I was like, people, might still be a little full and smacking their belly on the ground. I'll be nice so that people are going to jump in and do it. So it'll be fun, and no candlesticks or no burpees. So
Yes, thank you. See, I'm
There you
glad we
go.
just
called
for you.
Yeah. What does the Queen of Abs? What does I just made that up? The Queen of Abs. What does she eat on Thanksgiving? I mean, what are you looking forward to? And then obviously Tommy and Lauren sound off. Like, what are you guys
Yeah.
looking forward to eat? I mean, Tommy, Mama Marquez has probably got something special, doesn't she?
Mm. We all want her
She's
to
throwing
ship
down.
stuff to us.
Yeah. So, Carrie, what are you looking forward to eating above anything else on Thanksgiving?
My favorite Thanksgiving dish is always mashed potatoes. I usually eat a lot of sweet potatoes, but I never do like full on mashed potatoes. And I love actually eating mashed potatoes and some sort of sweet potatoes. So I guess all the potatoes.
All the starches.
And then ice cream. I don't really like, I'm not a big pie person, but I love ice cream. And so why not have ice cream instead of pie? Just double the amount.
Yeah.
That sounds like a great
Oh
idea.
yeah, I love.
Yeah.
Tommy, what do you like?
I'm a big stuffing person. My mom's stuffing like cranberries and all this like fennel sausage and all this like deliciousness. It's like the perfect like savory with a little bit of sweet. And then I'll take the gravy boat and just right into the
Yeah.
pie hole straight. Actually like instead of putting it on my food so it doesn't get soggy, I'll just pour out little shot glasses of gravy and then take a bite, take a shot, take a bite, take a shot until I can't move.
Wow, I love that.
And now,
He's
mind you,
mastered it.
he's mind you, he's doing this while he's watching his Cowboys play. So he's laying on the couch,
Ooh.
probably with his dad and his brother, just doing that while watching the Cowboys play. So screaming at the TV at the same time.
And if the Cowboys lose, then those shots of gravy turn into something a little stiffer. So
So maybe wild turkey.
Ooh, I
Yeah,
like
there you go.
that. Patrick, what do you like?
So my mom, she's Chinese. So what she does is after all the leftovers, well, she can skin a turkey, like every single piece of meat that's available on a turkey, she'll skin it off. Everything, every minute one. It's like boneless. And what she'll do is she'll make a stir fry out of that. And it's an amazing stir fry. It's like, we call it second turkey. So it's like, we have a traditional American turkey, for Thanksgiving, but then at night we hit up that Chinese turkey that she does the stir fry. And it's unbelievable. I'm solidly eating about it right now. So
Your dogs are too, I think.
Mhm.
apparently.
Bring home the leftovers.
Exactly.
And what about
I
you,
don't know.
Lauren?
Yeah, I might have the unpopular opinion here. I'm not the biggest fan of Thanksgiving food. Oh God. But that's more or less because I don't really love turkey. I don't really love stuffing. I'm kind of with Carrie on the mashed potatoes, but what I'm waiting for is the dessert. My dad crushes it with the desserts. He makes homemade cheesecakes, sometimes like a layered like chocolate mousse cake. Sometimes there's little Italian cookies. I am waiting for the dessert to come out. And, I put a little bit of the normal food on my plate. And then 5 minutes later, I'm like, okay, when's the dessert coming? I'm ready. Everybody else is stuffed, but I'm just getting started.
So that's like a buy-in, huh? Just putting some turkey on there is a buy-in for the main workout.
Yeah, because I'm like, I need to have some balance here, so it'll make me feel a little bit better, but I'm waiting for the dessert to come out.
And then you can make your parents proud too, being like, see, I finished all the food on my plate. Now I get my dessert. I feel like you had 2 bites. You're like, I don't care. It was all the plate on my food or all the food on my plate.
Right. It doesn't seem like as big of a chore when you just put a couple of things in there, get it done, and then go right for the good stuff. Tommy, you don't agree? You're shaking your head over there.
Well,
Tommy's
I'm
just
saying,
filling up
like,
on gravy.
I don't. Oh man, I don't think that's ever been a worry about whether me and my brother are gonna finish our plates. Like, that's never been like a prerequisite for us to get through anything. But I can respect the dessert thing. I was just thinking, like, not liking Thanksgiving food. Are you gonna say like you hate Christmas, or that
I
that
love
you know
Christmas.
that Easter
I
makes you
prefer the
sick,
Christmas food.
or that
That's
No,
because
I love
Christmas is
holiday.
basically like the same stuff.
well,
Okay.
Christmas is
No, no,
mainly
All
no,
right.
no,
All
pizza.
no.
right.
Christmas, I think
Christmas
we
more
normally have
sweet.
lasagna.
Oh.
Is it-
The Christmas
What?
lasagna.
I don't know.
That's
I don't know. My
everyone's
family
different.
is huge. They're weird. We eat what we like, I guess, and I like lasagna.
Okay,
That's fair.
Garfield.
That's fair. Yeah.
Does any does anybody have like cool traditions or like funny things that they do at Thanksgiving when everybody gets together?
Ooh,
Carrie does
No,
power
Carrie?
hours apparently.
yeah, power apps.
My family works out.
Yeah.
Well, my family used to, I mean, I'm not going home for Thanksgiving, but my family would always play football because we have like a big field across the street. And so we would always go out there and play a little, just like two-hand touch football with the family. I mean, it would always be 3-on-2, usually the kids versus the adults. So, you earn your food that way.
Mine used to be
Besides,
football.
whoop, go, Pat.
Oh, sorry. I thought we were going in order. You're going out of order, Tommy.
You're right.
God. No,
We've talked
it
about
used to be
this, guys.
football. I know. Stick to the script. It used to be football, but I'm kind of getting up there in age now. But so it went to now just Blackout Wednesday. So the same. It used to be when we were young enough. It used to be the same group of guys from high school. We would go out Wednesday night, go to the local bar or whatever in our hometown, and whatever we get home we'd have some crazy story. We don't know how we end up getting home, but then the next day we'd get up, roll out of bed, and still play football. Now we barely do both of those. Well, mainly we don't play football, but we'll still do like a little version of a Blackout Wednesday. But I'm the single one. I'm the only one of my friends that isn't married or on their second divorce or whatever. So yeah, I'm the only one that actually can hang. But it ends up being just me by myself, and it's very sad. And I need help.
Wow, this was supposed to be a happy conversation, and that just really took a turn, Patrick.
But it's still a good time though. Still a good time.
There you go.
Holiday
He
spirit.
loves a
But
smile.
I'm single and nobody comes out with me.
Yeah, I like because I don't have many friends that drink whiskey besides Tommy, and he's over on the West Coast. So
You got to jump into Mama Marquez's kitchen for Thanksgiving next year.
Yep.
Then
I guess so.
Oh,
Top that, Tommy.
oh man, one of my favorite family traditions is trying to get my dad drunk enough that we start a family wrestling match in the living room.
Yes.
oh
And
wow,
infuriating my mom enough. So, fun fact: my dad has beaten Marston Sawyers of the Buttery Bros multiple times in a Thanksgiving wrestling match. So,
we need some video evidence of that. I think.
Oh.
yeah.
Oh. Oh.
Oh man. Well, it seems like everybody has fun during Thanksgiving. What about the day after? Black Friday, is that just a shopping day for y'all, or is it just lay on the ground, relax? Carrie, I know, doing the power abs with everybody, and Patrick's going to get involved.
Yeah, that's the plan. No, I went Black Friday shopping once before, and that was to get a TV, but I was like, one and done, not my thing. And I feel like, I mean, I even went shopping last Saturday and waited in some lines. So I was like, yeah, I don't do that in-person shopping thing. anymore. So everything will be online. I might look online a little bit, but I guess I haven't even like thought that far ahead. But power abs for sure.
I'll definitely hit up the Friday workout at my gym down at Gambit. It's right down the street, so it's downhill, so I'll just roll down, and then I'll probably
Forward or sideways?
yeah. It doesn't matter at that point.
What feels right?
Yeah, whatever feels right. And then what I typically do actually after I do the WOD is I do some mobility, and then I'll actually close it up with some power abs from Kari actually. So power abs will be a part of the equation tomorrow. Or, I mean, on Friday, and then more than likely, what usually happens for me being a sports photographer also is there's usually some type of like Thanksgiving tournament or some type of sporting event going on in a St. Louis area. So I end up having to shoot like in that afternoon, evening. But that's typically like my, Black Friday thing. If I do any shopping, I try to go back to my parents' my little hometown there. It's a little town across the river in St. Louis, and I try to actually do shopping in local shops there. Try to support a lot of local business. It's a nice little German based town, so it has nice little downtown with a lot of mom and pop shops. So I try to go there and try to find something, just support the local businesses, especially in light of everything that's happened the past year and a half.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's great. What about you, Tommy?
Normally, we'll do some Black Friday shopping. The fiance Tiffany loves Black Friday shopping. Like her and her grandma and her mom and her aunt all love it. So that's something that I have been absorbed into at times. This year will be primarily spent moving out of our apartment. So I will be packing. We've been doing it slowly, but Friday and Saturday it's game time. So I'm going to work off all those calories by, carrying out TVs, all sorts of, I'm moving my whiskey collection, all that
Oh
good.
boy. Precious
if you
cargo.
need someone to watch, if you need someone to watch it, let me know.
Oh, I might send you a few samples just to look after.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that beverage card, you've seen the beverage card. It's a little empty.
Oh yeah, I got you.
Tommy, are you to your final destination?
I am sitting out front of my house. I actually I parked behind my dad's car, and then I got waved out because he's going to the store for something. So I'm parked on the street, just waiting to go in and have some delicious. So actually, one family tradition that we do every holidays that I didn't mention. My uncle, my aunt's my aunt is my mom's sister. He married into the family. He has an amazing lumpia recipe that he makes homemade lumpia every time our family gets together. His first wife, unfortunately, who passed away, was full Filipino, and his former mother-in-law traded him the family lumpia recipe for like mechanics work on her car. So, like, by this
what a trade!
Weird events, our Mexican family in Salinas has this amazing lumpia recipe that we lean into.
That's incredible. I love that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll let you get inside and enjoy that. Tommy, where can people find you and everything that you're up to?
Instagram at Tommy Marquez. Talking Elite Fitness, our podcast on Instagram as well, and on YouTube. So we'll just be posting there. We just had another episode post today, a little Thanksgiving episode. So
yeah. Patrick, where can people find you and the single ladies that we're going to send your way?
Geez. They'll find me in Abu Dhabi next week. I leave Monday with our fearless leader Justin LaFranco to go to Abu Dhabi to cover the Spartan World Championships. But you can follow me at PC and the Pups. I do have 2 dogs. I know you only get to see one most of the time. And then you can also usually every Monday during Tommy's podcast, I'm usually on there, just on there listening to Tommy and supporting the great media people we have in CrossFit. But those are the 2 main places, and on the Morning Chalk-Up, of course.
Of course. And Kari, where can everybody stay up to date with all of the great things that you're doing?
My Instagram at Kari Pearce CrossFit, or my website is just KariPearce.com.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining the bottom line for our Thanksgiving CrossFit tradition. I hope everybody has a great holiday, and we'll see you next time.